Hello guys, this is Alisa from Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page and from Alice's Wonders Facebook page. I trust you can see me and you can hear me. Let me double check. Yes, everything seems to be working. And I should be able to see the comments. Alright guys, so like I said guys, this is Alisa from Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page and from Alice's Wonders Facebook page. Now today I'm doing a collective intuitive tarot reading for the upcoming week. For those of you who regularly watch my videos, you know that I do them every week. This time I do it with a slight delay, so but this is life. Sometimes it happens, but I am intending to normally keep up doing it at the regular time. This is like a unique situation. So I hope you survived this one day of delay, guys, and everything is fine with you. As always, I want to warn you, beware of the scammers offering you different curses or whatever else it is that they supposedly offer you. Unfortunately, there are some people who, pretend that like they are offering you some kind of accurate tarot reading, and in reality I have no idea what those people really do. I would really encourage you to avoid those. So sometimes they appear in the comments, so if they do, please just ignore them, concentrate on the video and on its content. So guys, I'm sorry, I think I'm having a little bit of allergy, so you can hear that I sound a little bit different maybe today, but I'm fine. So guys, as always, as you know, I'm going to quickly recap my last week, just to see, how the energy was, or how accurate the reading was for me, and the energy reading was accurate for me. And you can always, compare it with your story, with your last week, with how this energy transpired in your life, and let me know down in the comments, how it was for you and how you felt. So guys, last week we had such cards as Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, Four of Swords, and the Hermit. You know that usually I pull three tarot cards. That time I pulled 4 cards because they just naturally came out. Although the last 2 were very similar, so I would say, it was just amplifying the meaning, I would say. So guys, let's see. Two of Cups. Yes, when it comes to Two of Cups, I met with a really good friend and I had really great time. So I would say this emotional fulfillment and kinda, it wasn't exactly like helping each other out with anything, I would say, but it was like emotionally, working together and spending nice time. So for me, that's how, this Two of Cups worked. Then there was the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands kind of worked in my life in several ways. There was a moment when I felt like really passionate, I would say, or, well, okay, let me put it differently, a little bit angry. Because, wands, these cards are the suit of fire, right? And so, we might feel a little bit fiery at times when we get Ace of Wands, and this is what happened. But also I felt passionate, like in terms of creativity. I was really eager and happy, especially at the beginning of the week, to do different things, creative things. I was like very excited and like, the sky is not the limit and things like that. So I definitely felt that energy big time. And also, I had some creative ideas which I shared with somebody, and that person really supported them. So that was also how it worked for me. And also I told you that there could be a possibility that the Ace of Wands could represent some kind of really nice opportunity for us, or possibility. And yes, I did get an offer from the universe, so to say. with some nice offer. I got an offer with some nice offer. Let's say somebody just offered something nice to me. I still haven't really like taken the full decision yet, so I'm still a little bit hesitant, a little bit considering, especially considering all the details. So I'm like, should I do just this or this and something else? So I'm still thinking about the offer, but definitely this transpired in my life, absolutely. So somebody offered something to me, and I'm thinking about this. And then I told you that the Four of Swords might represent exactly thinking about or considering somebody's offer. And this is exactly what I've been doing. Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I didn't get just one offer, I got several offers, really. So last week was like, I felt like there were several situations which were offering me something nice, and I could, choose these opportunities. And yes, when it comes to this Four of Swords, I was considering these things, and I would say I am still. So I've been considering these things for several days now, and I'm kind of still, just a little bit feeling into the situations. And there was also the Hermit, which was also about like inner work, let's say, right, and soul searching sometimes, also like looking for the answer within, which was quite true for me. Especially because yes, I was doing some soul searching. I was trying to understand some situations better, and I was trying to understand myself better, and what to do in some situations, how to behave, and how to make my life better, basically. Long story short. And so this, I would say, was accurate for me. Also, the thing that I didn't mention to you last time, to be honest, I kind of didn't feel it much, but for me personally, it came true. Because, Four of Swords can also represent somebody staying in bed for a while. It can be, somebody literally sleeping, or somebody being ill, for example, and staying in bed, because literally Four of Swords represent a person kind of lying, so being in horizontal position. And so it's not always so literal, but sometimes this card can represent like this literal meaning. And I did catch a cold last week, and I had to stay in bed for a couple of days. So yeah, that's also how this Four of Swords became accurate to me. This is the reason why I'm doing this reading a little bit later, this time. I actually was already feeling quite well on Monday, but I still felt like a little bit tired and, not super great. So I decided to do the video, you know, this, a little bit later, one day later, basically. So yes, let me see. To be honest, I also, so apart from those things that I mentioned, I also had like lots of other situations happening last week. So for me personally, last week was very, very eventful, both like technical, let's say, or practically, physically, but also kind of like emotionally, and in terms of understanding something, like in terms of inner work, in terms of mental situations, like mental work, so to say, because I felt like my brain was really working pretty actively, and I was like thinking about things. I had several epiphanies last week, and I had one major epiphany today again. Like there was a lot, I would say. It felt like there were not just there was not just one shift for me, but like there were several shifts happening last week on different levels. And so yeah, I would say for me, I feel like since the last time I did the video, not just 1 week or 8 days, let's say, passed, but it feels like 20 years passed. Honestly, guys, I feel like 20 years passed because there was just so much. And by the way, speaking of so much, guys, I accidentally found a really nice series. Unfortunately, there was only two seasons there. And to be honest, I preferred season 1 the most. Season 2 was a little bit not perfect for me, but still very interesting. But season 1 was perfect for me and interesting. And if you are guys in, this whole stuff, like energy and spiritual development and things like that, then you might consider watching it as well. So if you're interested, the name of the series is The AO, literally letters A for Alpha, O for Oscar, The AO. Turns out this series actually came out, I think, in 2016, but I completely missed it. What can I say? But so yeah, the lady who wrote this series, she also plays the main part there, and it's actually about what happens with the soul, let's say on the other side, when this 3D reality finishes. So where the soul goes and what happens, and it's also about different dimensions and jumping dimensions, things like this. Of course, in this series, like, you have to consider it's a little bit more like fantasy, sci-fi, so it's not really, really accurate as it is actually in the universe, but it's quite interesting. So it's like there are some, I would say, pretty accurate facts blended with just imagination, sci-fi, and fantasy, something like this. So, yeah, this is what I wanted to tell you. If you're curious of such things, you can check it out. All right, guys. I think I told you everything. Now, let's discuss very quickly a few astrological things. Probably some of you know that on Monday, the 26th of April 2021, we had the full moon. So do let me know, guys, if you felt it. You can write it in the comments, of course. So remember that we can feel the full moon not just during the day, like not just on the day that it happens, for example, on Monday in this case, but we can feel full moon a little bit earlier and a little bit later. So during this time, you can still be feeling the effects of the full moon. During the full moon, what usually happens is that, things come to fruition. We usually get some kind of results of our efforts. What else? We also can see something clearly. For example, if we couldn't see something clearly before, we suddenly start seeing something and it's kind of like true and full light, Maybe that's why I got this epiphany today, because it's like I suddenly had this epiphany about something that I couldn't figure out before. And then it just came to me and I was like, aha, of course. Like definite aha moment, pretty typical of me. I usually have these epiphanies. So that's when it comes to the full moon. Now, that's not it, guys. I also want to, I know that we still kind of have time in terms of days and weeks, but I want to prepare you ahead already now and just quickly mention that in May 2021, we're going to have, I think, 2 retrograde planets, or at least these planets are going to begin being retrograde at the end of May. More precisely, guys, we're going to start having Mercury retrograde. And if you remember previous Mercury retrograde, and if you felt it last time, then guys, be prepared this time for sure. And also, we're going to start having Saturn retrograde. Now, guys, I just realized that I forgot to write down how long Saturn is going to stay retrograde, but I think it's going to stay retrograde for a long time, like 2.5 months, I believe, as far as I remember. So yeah, so okay. Basically, this is what's going to happen. Theoretically, around the 23rd of May 2021, Saturn is going to go retrograde. I think I also heard somewhere that it's going to start on the 22nd of May. I guess it depends on where you are in terms of geography on the planet, but basically around 22nd, 23rd of May, Saturn is going to go retrograde. Saturn is the planet that is responsible for teaching us basically life lessons, and these are usually tough life lessons. This is the planet that is kind of like, you know, that teaches us discipline, that teaches us, you know, just to kind of grow up, you know, like basically methods of this planet is like suck it up, go and do things, you know, like this is the energy of Saturn usually. So it's kind of like, you know what I hear in my mind, this song, you're in the army now, oh, you're in the army. So honestly, this is how Saturn yeah, teaches usually. It's kind of like, yeah, like tough training, like you're in the army. So when it goes retrograde, depending on which astrological house it is in your specific astrological birth chart, also known as the natal chart, this is where you're going to learn something important for your life, right? So this is where Saturn is going to teach you. So you can check it according to your astrological sign, but you know, you can check it according to your sun sign, but also your ascending sign, right? Or sorry, not ascending. In English, it's called rising sign. So I suggest you check both, because both might be accurate for you. If you're not into astrology and you don't care about any of this, you can just skip this part, guys. All right, another part is Mercury retrograde. Again, according to different sources, it goes retrograde either around 29th or around the 30th of May. Either way, somewhere between 29th and 30th of May 2021, Mercury goes retrograde. Mercury always goes retrograde for 3 weeks. So, you know, basically it's going to be retrograde for most of the... Of what? Hold on, guys. Oh, yes. So it's going to be retrograde for most of June, right? Yes. And so Mercury is responsible for electronic equipment, for communication, and for cars, for, you know, like commuting, or basically vehicles and everything connected with traveling. So, guys, be prepared that you might be having some kind of misunderstandings with people during Mercury retrograde because of it. Also, ideally, if you have such possibility, do not sign any contracts, do not buy anything super valuable like a house, a car, or whatever. You know, don't make valuable purchases, and be very careful when it comes to traveling. And even if you're a pedestrian, you know, just crossing the street, just be very careful, you know, look left and right, or right and left several times, because it's important. And what else? Communication, yes. And be prepared that your electronical equipment might get usually temporarily out of order. So you might be having some issues with your phone, with your computer, with I don't know, some other electronic equipment that you have, maybe a CD player or whatever. So things like that. As you know, retrograde planets teach us how to be strong, basically. You know, how not to give up, how to keep on going, how to perfect our abilities. So Mercury retrograde teaches us to be extra careful, to consider what we do, to consider what we say, to be kinder to people and not always, automatically start quarreling with them if we see that there is some kind of misunderstanding. What else? Well, when it comes to electronical equipment, I guess it teaches us to be patient and, not to freak out. Actually, last time I remember, my mom during last Mercury retrograde, she had a problem with her phone, and it seemed like, it looked as if the phone was just completely unrepairable and that she would have to buy a new one, blah, blah, blah. As soon as Mercury retrograde finished, my mom's phone miraculously started working again. Magic. That's not it. Also, I know someone who during last Mercury retrograde did not listen to me and was, well, I don't think this person actually officially signed a contract, but there was, I think, like a verbal agreement, about something. And then the problem with, making agreements or signing some kind of contracts during retrograde planets, especially Mercury retrograde, is that it's usually unstable. So when the planet stops being retrograde and just goes direct, people change their minds. Or if people don't change their minds, then the situation changes and everything shifts, and the previous agreement or a signed contract is already irrelevant, and you have to somehow break it, or it's just no longer relevant. And so this is exactly what happened. So that person didn't listen to me, and the person was kind of agreeing on something really important, and I kind of said that it probably won't go too far, and I was right. so so guys, I mean, this is just my experience, of course. If you feel like you don't have a choice, or if you feel like you still want to try it, of course do. There is free will on this planet, so however you feel, if you feel that it's right for you, do what you feel is right for you. All right, guys. Oh yes, and the most important thing, guys, for those people who are celebrating Orthodox Easter, guys, happy upcoming Easter. Orthodox Easter is going to take place on the 2nd of May 2021 this year. So if you're celebrating, congratulations. And yeah, I wish you all the best, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, guys. So let's look now at the energy of this week. Like I said, I'm doing this video one day later than usual. So basically I'm doing this reading not for 7 days, but ultimately like for 6 days. So this is the reading for the 6 days between the 28th of April 2021 until the 3rd of May 2021. Okay, so the energy for the collective. Oops. Okay, cards are jumping a little bit. I guess some of you are a little bit impatient. All right, let's see. The energy of this week. From the 28th of April until the end of Monday, the 3rd of May 2021 for the collective. Guys, I don't know why. Now I try to, it's already been 3 weeks that I've been trying to pull just 3 cards and I keep pulling 4. But okay, I felt like the 4th one was still necessary, even though at the beginning I also saw that I pulled 2. But all right. Okay, guys, the energy that we are feeling as a collective at this moment right now is the 3 of Swords. This is the energy of somebody who feels Well, theoretically, like the most obvious meaning here is a heartbreak, but it doesn't have to be an actual heartbreak. It can be just, somebody who feels disappointed, somebody who feels just tired, like mentally tired, somebody who is a little bit upset, somebody who is scared, right? Also fear. Maybe also somebody who feels unsure, like some kind of, hesitant, or like, yeah, unsure what's going to happen, basically some kind of fear. So right now we might be feeling a little bit down, basically. I would say for me it's a little bit accurate in terms of, just because I was ill and I'm like still a little bit like, yeah, but whatever. Okay. I can see 4 cards here, guys, and all of them seem to be pretty positive. All right, the first card here for the upcoming week is the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who is sending a message, actually. So this is also somebody who is manifesting something. So this can be like a mini manifester, a person who is wishing kind of upon a star, so to say, and is sending their message to the universe, like, this is my wish, this is my wish, this is what I want, right? And you release your wish to the universe for it to make it happen. But also I feel like, we might be wanting to contact somebody. So it seems like a letter, a text message, a phone call, doesn't matter, some kind of, some sort of communication. And I feel like, now, it can be somebody else that contacts us, but I feel here a little bit stronger that it can be us who contact somebody else. Now, it can be anything really. By the way, this card can also represent somebody who is learning something. So this could be, well, yeah, theoretically, you could be also learning something. But honestly, guys, I'm feeling really strongly here. Sending some kind of message. Maybe you want to talk to somebody about something, so there is some kind of message here being sent. This card also can represent, I heard it somewhere, that it can also represent short travel. So maybe instead of sending somebody a message, you will also actually like travel short distance and speak in person. This is also theoretically possible, but I'm feeling very strongly here sending somebody some kind of message. And guess what, guys? The next card here is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, as you know, all aces are number ones, and so that means an opportunity, a possibility. So some kind of beginning, right? And you know that water, right? I mean cups. This is the suit that represents emotions, and so here it represents basically love, real, authentic, not passionate, real, authentic, sincere, true love. Very beautiful. I would say primarily it represents self-love, but also, love to somebody else. It doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be any form of love, to your parents, to your children, to your friends, to your colleagues, to your business partners, anyone. And I feel like it's like maybe, guys, we want this week as a collective to send somebody a message of love. Do let me know in the comments below if this is what you want to do. I mean, personally, I wasn't considering that doing myself, but who knows, maybe in the morning I wake up and I'm like, I want to send a message of love to somebody. Who knows, it's possible. But yeah, I definitely feel it. Or another possibility is that we send somebody a message, which can be a message of love, and we get, kind of like this mutual offer, because you see, this one offers something in their hands, and here the universe offers something to this person. So it might be like a mutual situation. Or maybe it can also be, because Pentacles, after all, this is the suit of material world, like also like literally money, but also some kind of prosperity, things like that. And so it could be that, let's say you send a message to, I don't know, like you send your CV maybe to a company because you saw some job offer which you liked, and you're hoping to get this position, and the universe gives you this opportunity and possibility, and you really get, for example, this this job. So this is another option. Then the third card is a Major Arcana card, which is Judgment. Now, Judgment is the card of awakening. Like literally, if you look at it, like these are corpses that were awakened. Now, I'm not saying you need to be expecting, Walking Dead or whatever else. But I'm saying that this is probably going to be some kind of spiritual awakening, right? In other words, there could be a situation where you get some kind of epiphany, like I told you before, you get this aha moment. You're like, oh, so for example, this is the root of all of my problems. For example, like you have a dream, and then in the morning you wake up and you're like, oh, in the dream I just realized why, for example, I always have a problem with this and this. Or maybe you suddenly remember something from your childhood, and you're like, of course, when I was, I don't know, like 5 or 3 or whatever, 4, this and this thing happened, and now I understand why, some other events in my life happened and why I behave in this way. So I feel like there is going to be some kind of epiphany, or the word that I'm also hearing is some kind of breakthrough. So whatever happens here, guys, whatever happens here, this thing that the universe offers us, it can be, when I say the universe offers us, I mean we either get some kind of just, certain series of events through which the universe gives us some kind of opportunity, or the universe can literally use some person in our life through which we will get some kind of opportunity or possibility, okay? But whatever it is, I feel like this will create some kind of breakthrough for us, some kind of realization, but also breakthrough maybe in terms of, generally just our life. Like if we felt a little bit maybe stagnant and we were unhappy about this, then maybe here, this is where we will get, finally some kind of like push, and we will be able to push through the stagnant situation. And as a result, I can see the Knight of Swords, and this is, someone who is moving very quickly. This is the fastest card, or this is the card that represents, I think in the whole tarot deck, it represents someone moving really, really, really fast. Now, again, we have swords here, and swords represent our thoughts and our words, and so usually it's a very quick and sudden message. Again, some kind of message. This can also represent us as a messenger, or generally us moving very fast after some kind of epiphany. Right? So another option, another option is that this card might represent us, for example, being a little bit, let's say defensive, or, okay, let me put it this way, aggressive. So guys, if you feel a little bit aggressive, try not to be, because, so this person can be a little bit, because, this person has a sword, and he is riding a horse really quickly, and it's like, yeah, I'm ready to fight, things like that. So if it's going to transpire in your life in a literal sense, like you want to be a little bit aggressive with somebody, most probably verbally, consider if this is the best solution for you, okay? Because perhaps it's not. Who knows, right? So, but what I feel, to be honest here, like my strongest feeling for the collective is that there is going to be some kind of really big shift, well, shift here, and after that, really like huge breakthrough and movement just at super great pace. So altogether, this is what I see, guys. I see, yeah, I see basically several possibilities here, but okay. One possibility. I see us perhaps wanting something, wishing something, manifesting something. And I see the universe giving this something to us. Our manifestation probably is going to happen really quickly, which will give us a huge epiphany and realization about something. And this realization, this epiphany, this spiritual awakening is going to help us move in our life really, really quickly and finally, start being just more effective and faster with everything that we do. So it's a very good progress, basically, and really, fast progress. Another possibility is that we might want to just physically send somebody a text message, or any kind of message, or contact somebody, call somebody, whatever, talk to somebody. And whatever it is that our message is going to be about, we are going to get some kind of positive result from this, right? So the universe is going to offer us a positive answer, let's say. And this is going to create some major shift, some major breakthrough in our life. We might also feel the calling, we might also feel the calling through that. Or as soon as we get this positive answer, let's say, it's like if we weren't sure about our calling before, then it's going to become clearer to us. And yeah, guys, I do feel very strongly here a possibility that, or we are going to meet somebody who is kind of going to be calling to follow them. So like you can meet somebody who, for example, teaches some kind of course which interests you a lot, and you are like, oh wow, I feel the calling, meaning I want to go and really learn this thing that is offered. Or so it can be an actual real person that we meet that kind of calls after them, so we feel attracted to their energy, feeling like, oh, this is an important person for me, I need to actually learn something from them, I need to spend time with them, I need to learn something from them, either academically or in terms of just life. And if we do feel this calling, right, or if we do have this breakthrough, whatever it is that happens, then we're like, here I am. So us reacting to this calling, us answering the call, or us answering this breakthrough is going to be immediate. It's literally going to be like a lightning strike. Just like you hear the call and you're like, yes, I'm there. Why? Because this is what you wanted all along. This is what you originally were trying to get. This is what you were, trying to contact somebody with regards to. So it's really, I feel like this is us both times. It's like here, here we kind of start something, and we hope that this is going to get, some kind of positive answer. And then we do get the positive answer and we're like, well, yes, I'm ready. Like, I'm moving. Like, I don't need to hear the call twice. I'm already ready, and I've been ready for a really, really, really long time. So this is what I feel. Really nice, really positive week, guys. I feel it very strongly. And finally, guys, I'm going to use a divination tool. As you know, I have this beautiful container where I have these beautiful channeled cards. And so I'm going to shuffle the cards and see. Okay, maybe let's pull this time just one card for the collective, right? And let's see what we get for the energy of this week. Okay, guys. Okay, oh, guys. So, the card says give. And as soon as I saw this card in my mind, I heard this phrase, give yourself the credit where the credit is due. Okay, guys? And I'm not talking about credit as in bank loan, okay? I'm talking about the phrase, give yourself the credit. So I feel like it's about, again, giving to yourself. So give yourself kindness, give yourself time, give yourself the space to process things, give yourself a chance, give yourself the credit. This is something that I hear very strongly. Give yourself, hold on guys, give yourself love. Self-love is the most important form of love, always, right? So basically remember to give to yourself first. And I believe we already had this card not long ago, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, just really recently, or maybe even last week, I can't remember. But it's definitely not the first time that we get this card. So guys, give, and once again, give to yourself. Yes, also give to others, but give yourself first. And once your cup is full and overflowing, then when it's overflowing, it means that you have something to give to others as well. But start with yourself. So guys, this is it, I believe. Yes, I think I told you everything. Now you're prepared for the upcoming week. And by the way, like I said, it's just for the energy of these 6 days, really. But it seems like a pretty eventful time. So do let me know, guys, in the comments later, you know, how your week went, because I'm curious. I feel like for me, I already can tell you that I feel like this week is going to be pretty eventful because I have quite many plans. But do let me know how it resonates for you, if it resonates and things like that. Also, you know, May holidays are upcoming. So for those people, well, when I say May holidays, I mean in Poland and in Russia. But anyway, so for those of you who celebrate those May holidays, do let me know if you have some, you know, eventful or plans involving a lot of activities, because maybe that's why so many cards came out this time. Thank you very much, guys. Remember that you can contact me with regards to personal tarot readings, personal intuitive tarot readings, via Alisa's Transmuting Tarot. You can also contact me regarding coaching sessions via Alisa's Transmuting Tarot. And since recently, you can contact me with regards to THETA Healing via Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page. Also, guys, remember that I intuitively make jewelry, which I load with positive energy, things like that. And you can contact me with regards to these via Alice's Wonders Facebook page. By the way, I recently, I think just last week, I posted or I shared a post on Facebook with regards to my last or my latest product, my latest bracelet that I made. You can also, so you can check it at Alice's Wonders Facebook page, like I said. So you can see the post, and you could find the whole album of photos of this energetic bracelet. So feel free to check it out if you're interested. Thank you very much, guys. Have an amazing, amazing, wonderful, miraculous and magical week. And see you next Monday. So next time I'm going to do the video normally on Monday, the the 3rd of May 2021. Or at least this is the plan, but I think so, yes, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye.